And I should be live. Howdy, howdy. Hope everybody is doing well out there. Hopefully, everything is working correctly. I'm on StreamYard tonight. Let's see. Make sure I'm live. Yep, I am live. Got a major delay in it. Yep, I am live. Major delay, but that's okay. Anyhow, hope everybody's doing well out there. Been putting a cabinet together, and it has been a royal pain. So if you're watching, Mom, you made the right decision by not coming and help. I still haven't finished. I wound up having to go to Tractor Supply and get some screws because the screw holes are not there. And maybe that's why they haven't said anything about it, as they knew it was a goofed up product. I'll get it fixed though. Made a little run to Chicken Express while I was at Tractor Supply. Anyway, I'm going to give this a few minutes. If nobody comes on, I am going to get off here and get back to work on that cabinet. But I thought I would go ahead and go live and just see. Let's see. I don't know why it's not popping up that I am live. Maybe nobody's got any notifications because I don't even see it. I'm looking on YouTube over here on this monitor. There's nothing there. Let's go to manage videos and see if it shows up here. Yeah, it's showing there. Okay. Hello, Pork Chop. At least I know that. I guess I'm here. I don't know. I'm here or there or somewhere. Anyway, I've just been on here rambling to myself. I decided if, hello, T. Ron. Decided if nobody showed up, I was going to go back to work on the metal shelf that I got in. Mom was going to come help, but it's kind of cold and dreary outside, and she made the right decision. I can tell her that. So, actually, I just realized I'm still wearing my cap with the microphone on it. Went to Tractor Supply like that. I don't know about y'all's Tractor Supply, if y'all have a Tractor Supply, but they have a rack of flannel shirts down there for $5 each. I grabbed me one. It wasn't the color I wanted, but I slipped on the 2X and it was just way too big. So I went with the extra large, but it wasn't the color that I wanted. Anyway, just been putting together a metal shelf and trying to stay warm. Kind of chilly out there. It's supposed to get stormy tomorrow. Warmer and stormy. We'll see. Unfortunately, it's supposed to be stormy this weekend too, and this is Bowie weekend. Anyway, technically, I guess this is giveaway night, and I have something right here that I'm gonna put on the table for the giveaway. Salt and pepper shaker. Send some cool down here, warm and muggy for me. Hello, Ray. And if anybody does win this and they want this, you can also get the $15 gift card. But if you get it and you open it and you say, hey, that looks like it was used, you're right, it was for about 10 seconds. I need to go give that salt and pepper to my mom. The salt and pepper that you have to put in those, I thought I could just clean it right out, but there's still some in there. But I cleaned it out the best I could. It's not used. I mean, it is used for the video, but that's it. Anyway, that's what it's going to be. How's everyone doing? Man, well, I guess I'm doing all right. I've been trying to get the metal cabinet put together, and it's been a royal pain in the arse, as you would say. Mom was like saying earlier, Mom was going to come help, but she made the right decision. It's all I think. I think the bottom shelf they sent the wrong one because there's no screw holes. The top shelf that goes on the top of the cabinet, there's only 3 screw holes on the front top, but there's no screw holes in the back. So I had to go buy some self-tapping screws, like $11.99. Only needed 3. I get 50. Yeah. Yep. That's where it's a pain at, right? Man. And then, but the bottom shelf, it should have been notched out. You know, I actually got this thing back. Let's see, this is March, probably in January. And well, y'all know I keep mentioning having it to put together. I've been putting off. That the person that sent it has not said a word about it. And they finally came back and they paid me for doing the webcam. And they've offered me a couple other things, but ain't said a thing about that metal cabinet. So I don't know. Maybe they know that it was a goofed up thing, and I don't know whether to say anything to them or not because I honestly don't want another one if it's goofed up. You know, if I wasn't needing to sell, if I wasn't needing the money, I wouldn't sell it. I'd probably keep it, but I need to make some money. Man, that $1,000 down payment put a crunch on old grandpa. Mr. Wama, when you showed snow on your last short, was that yes? Oh wow, y'all got snow up there, Ray? It's been, today. It's been cool, but it's been up in the upper 70s here and low 80s, mid 80s, and tonight it's supposed to be today and tonight's supposed to be cool, and then it's supposed to be like 79 tomorrow, and in the upper 70s Friday, and then of course for Saturday and Sunday it's cool and rain. It was 70. Yeah, and then next week it's supposed to warm back up. So go figure. It looks like a fun product. Oh, that tractor was cool. I haven't had a chance to answer any comments. I've been doing that cabinet all afternoon, and I went to Tractor Supply and got the screws and ran to Chicken Express since I was out. And so I haven't got back to it yet. It's the snow is gone now, but we've had a lot of foggy days since. Wow. Our weather's been pretty good, but you know they're talking about some severe storms tomorrow and Friday and over the weekend. But one of the news guys says it's probably going to be east of 35, which is 35 runs between Dallas and Oklahoma City. So east of there. Hope y'all don't get that bad. I don't know which way it's going to be moving, Ray. And y'all, it might move up your way. So I'm not real sure. I tell you what, though, and this is, well, it doesn't matter which channel it's on because the other one's not really gig working anymore. Amazon Flex. I don't know if any of y'all have ever done Amazon Flex. Emily got approved for it. I went with her a few nights ago for the first trip. It was a lot of miles, but I mean, it came out all right. But then, night before last, it sent us, I went with her again, and it was 60 miles away with the drops. I think it's about 60 miles. It was Nocona, Texas. Anyway, it was a long ways. It was I think it was picked up at 5:15, and you had to be back at Oh, wow. Sleepy Hollow. Fog is cool, though. I mean, it's not so cool when you have to drive in it. It's real thick, but I don't know. It's kind of spooky, kind of neat like that. But anyway, uh, 5:15 to 9:15, so 4 hours, and it took about 5 hours by the time we got back to where we live. 140, I think she said 142 miles is how far we drove, and it was for $72. And she just got a new Rogue, and it was completely packed from the very back all the way up to the behind the front seats. Had her seats laid down. There, I got an email earlier that said to complete my onboarding. There is no way I'm doing Amazon Flex. Not doing that. It would kill me in gas. I mean, I know I got a high mileage or a gas guzzler, but even in her car, it was not worth it. You know, it was about 60 cents a mile is what it comes out. And that was horrible. Not to mention the stress and going down these gravel roads that's miles from a town. You know, you're waiting to see somebody on one person on the porch with a banjo, another one holding a shotgun. Yeah, it's hillbilly land out there. And some of those orders were supposed to went out in the morning, and apparently they were missed or something. So they went out that evening. So then you got somebody pulling up out in the middle of nowhere in front of your house after dark. Be, you know, at least with Spark, they know it's coming. With Amazon, they should, but they just know it's coming between a certain time. But it was past, it was nighttime instead of the morning when they were supposed to got it. We're finally getting some good weather on Saturday, 70 degrees. Oh, I sent you a couple of pictures. Yeah, I saw those. We'll look at Bowie because Bowie is where where the flea market is. Hit the volume. There's the weather for Bowie. The 54 and 42 on Saturday, and 68 and 56 on Sunday was rain on both days. I don't know how it got up to 71 today. Maybe it did. I've been in the house all day. It's like, well, it says 57 in Bowie, but that's probably about what it is in Burkburnett. 53. Oh, so it's colder here. Not that far. You wouldn't have thought so. No, 52 now. Yeah, today was only 59. That's what our weather is looking like. Well, I don't know if it's going to rain or not Saturday. But like I said, they said east of 35. Of course, you're not quite in the 35 when you get to Bowie, but you're getting closer. I guess we'll see. We're going to go unless it's hailing or something. If it's hailing, I'm not driving my car in hail. No. Ain't nothing in there to make enough money to get hail dents. But anyway, yeah, I think there was one time me and this was years later. I think I had moved to Gulfport and came back, and this guy named Larry Crabb went to school with him, or it was with his best friends growing up, like what, second through seventh grade, and still remained friends, still friends. But you know how that goes, you kind of drift apart. Anyway, there was one time we was out riding around, and I don't know, it's down probably 30, 40 miles south of here, and he was falling asleep. It was late at night. He kept falling asleep. And then we was going in, you know, on kind of some hills. And y'all know in the fog, you kind of go in and out of the fog. And we was in the thick of the fog, and I was running about 65. He kind of looked up and he said, "Where are we?" And it just woke up and you couldn't see nothing. But we'd been going in and out of it so fast, And yes, I probably should have slowed down, but I was probably 19, 18 or 19. I don't know. So you're invincible at that age. Nothing can happen to you, right? Anyway, it was funny. I just remember going in and out of that fog, and he kind of dozed off, and he woke up and looked around. That was some fun. Oh, Larry, he lives way down south, close to New Orleans. No, down what? Not Galveston, but Bay. What? Pork chop, you ought to know. It's Bay City or Bayfront or something like that, down there on the coast or the Gulf. Can't remember the name of it. Anyway. So yeah. Anyway, Ray, with your pictures that you sent, it kind of looks like maybe y'all are back home, and I'm glad. I didn't know. I didn't see you on last week, and I knew you was probably been busy, and you probably been tied up with trying to get the tree situation and everything straightened out. So, Baytown, okay, I think it's Baytown is where he lives. Nah, Bay City. No, I think it's Baytown. I know what I could do. Let's how do you? I'm always on my computer. So how do I search with? I don't just Larry. Let's see if it shows. Oh, no, now it's saying he's living in Rockport. Is Rockport down there too? I thought he lived in Baytown or something like that. Maybe they're close to each other. We finally got the power on. That was expensive. I bet. Rockport is by Corpus Christi, I think. Oh, okay. I don't know. He's from here, and then they moved to Nacogdoches, and then I guess he moved down there. I don't know when he moved down there, but I know his mom met a man, and he was from Nacogdoches, and they moved to Nacogdoches. Maybe Larry might have moved down to Houston or something. His dad lived in Houston. Never met the man. I'm not sure if they even get along. I just remember a lot of times his mom would say his dad was coming to pick him up, and they never showed up. So, anyway, the roof is temporarily patched up. Well, man. Hopefully we can get all that straightened out this week. I've been had a very long time with a friend of over 50 years. But sorry to hear that. Not a great start to the month. Man. And it's a fact of life, but you don't think about it till it happens. When you're younger, it seems like you just hear about people passing away and stuff, and usually it's somebody older. But when you get older, a bunch of your friends you went to school with, acquaintances, people that you work side by side, then they pass away, and it's like, wow, it starts getting closer and closer and closer to home. But that's why we got to live every day like it's our last one. Because this is the last day for somebody. Somebody out there, this is the last night. You got to remember that. Tomorrow is St. Piran's Day, which is the patron and saint of Cornwall. It also happens to be my dad's birthday. I miss him an awful lot. So I'll be hiding tomorrow. Understandable. I think St. Patrick's Day is coming up here pretty soon too, isn't it? Isn't it like in March? And let's see. Did you say? I think Pork Chop said this was daylight saving times coming up this weekend. Remember last week or week before? When is St. Patrick's Day? March
St.
17th.
Patrick's Day is celebrated every year on March 17th, which marks the traditional death date of St. Patrick. It's now a global.
Okay. Well, March 17th. Yep. Yep. I wonder if it could tell me. Is it going to rain Saturday in Bowie, Texas?
Saturday's forecast for Bowie is 55 degrees with light rain.
55 and light rain. Is there any severe storms predicted for Bowie, Texas this weekend?
Yes, there's a risk of thunderstorms in Bowie, Texas this weekend, with the greatest chance of severe weather on Friday and Friday night. Keep monitoring the weather forecast, as there's a potential for severe thunderstorms throughout the weekend.
Okay. As long as it's Friday. Hormones are very wear green so you don't get pinched. I don't even know if I have any. I don't know. I might. Cornwall is a very southwestern part of England. Oh, it looks like a tippy toe. Daylight savings time is this Sunday. Okay, so it'll be after. So I don't have to worry about it till then. I'll have to change that clock and a 1 o'clock in the living room. I think. No, I don't think these digital clocks change. Just the computer and my phone. But I don't know. Well, Ray, did y'all like put a tarp over your roof, or did it go all the way through? I don't know. Yeah, you can't tell by the pictures. That fog is cool looking though. Do you only do Bowie on Saturday? Yeah. Yeah, they the people that's 2 booths down, they go to Jacksboro, Texas. I think that's where they said they go. It's not the same weekend, it's like the next weekend. But they do. I guess they do it full time. They're both retired, but I guess that's what they do for their side money is flea markets. But I couldn't foresee doing it. It might be all right though, But worst case scenario, I'd do it. I'd have to do it. At least they got a vehicle to haul it all in now. Our local tree will put the tarp up there. Okay, cool. At least you got something up there. Feel free to show the pictures. Okay. I wish they would let y'all show pictures. I mean, that would be cool. Of course, you'd have to. I think you'll be able to see that. Now, right over here, isn't that like a shopping center or something? That's the one picture. Let's see. There's the other one. Jason, the tree bloke, worked a while putting the cover on the roof. Yeah, I knew to the left, but it's trying to remember in front of the shop. Yeah, I was thinking that there was, because when you pull in, sometimes I've been watching you live, and you could see like a shopping center across the road. You were probably broke from paying all the hotel bills. Yeah. Wished it wouldn't have happened at all, but I wished it would have happened another month other than this one. Might could have helped a little anyway, but I'm not even real sure I'm going to make it this month. Electric bill's $400, and then paying $1,000 down on that I hadn't planned on doing, and the car payment, which I wasn't supposed to do. So they kind of double, triple whammied me. We paid a lot of the hotel bills, but we had some support from the community. That's good. That is good. Would like Red Cross come in and help? I mean, I know they're supposed to, like if you have fires, but either way, you were displaced from your home. Seems like Red Cross would help a little. I don't know. You know, I used to say when my house burnt that Red Cross wouldn't help us, but knowing that woman that I was with at that time, she may have just said that she called them and they didn't help. So I don't know, because I depend, I trusted her at the time. My mistake. So who knows? She might not have really called them and just said she did. So I don't know. I just know everybody else I've talked to that's had fires and stuff, Red Cross helps. So I don't know. Luckily, I was able to go out to my parents, out to my mom's. Then rented the house next door. Anyway, did she start? Next subject. Also had a tree have an issue through it. Oh, a tire. I just happened to mention to the tire lady about what had happened, and she gave us a number to call. We ended up having a local church pay. Oh, that's great. That's cool. That is good. Things happen in our lives. I don't know, some bad things sometimes. I guess it's like the old saying, what don't kill you makes you stronger. But, in all reality, it makes you kind of more appreciative of what you do have when you kind of lose everything or lose where you lived or whatever, even if temporary. It makes you appreciate it more. At least that's the way I feel anyhow. I don't know. I'm hoping next month, you mentioned tires. I was, I've been looking at brakes and stuff for that truck, and they're expensive, but I'm going to go ahead and get the tires rotated and the front end or the tires rotated and balanced because I don't know when they got done. That way, I can start the maintenance right. Uh, we have certainly appreciated electricity. Yes, yeah. Man, I know it. Can you imagine back in the 1800s and before that when they didn't have electricity? You know, I mean, I guess if you didn't have it, you wouldn't miss it. But once you've had it, you kind of miss it. You know, luckily, everywhere I've lived, we've never lost electricity for very long. I mean, a few hours maybe, but there's people that lose electricity for days. And luckily, I haven't experienced that. But even just a few hours kind of makes you realize how lucky and blessed you are. People say they don't have nothing and they don't get no blessings, no nothing. And like, man, you get a lot more than what you realize. It was an expensive bill of getting that put back on. So it pulled it out, and then I'm assuming it pulled it out of the meter box, and y'all had to pay for that. Seems like Encore. I guess y'all have Encore there. Whoever does all that there, seems like they would have done it for at least because I would think they. I don't know how it works, but like with the water department, it works from the meter. From the meter to your house is yours, but from the meter to the main is theirs. And it seems like electricity be, from the pole to the meter would be theirs. Inside the house would be yours, but averaging. Hmm. Yeah, Encore is. I think they're pretty much, as far as I know, all of Texas or maybe the southern United States. I have no idea. All I know is they put the screws to people on their electric bills. They charge you to transmit the power, and then they charge you to replenish the power that you already paid for. I don't know how that works, but we have no choice. You pay it or you don't have electricity. They're the only ones. 6,500 was the quotes we had to get. But oh my good Lord. That's a lot of proxy picks there. Well, maybe when they let you pay it out, maybe $20, $25 a month or something. Man. Oh, definitely much for sure. Well, I don't even know how many people we have in here. As far as I know, one, two, three. Oh, excuse me. I was trying to get over here. It says four watching. Well, that would be right, wouldn't it? If mom was watching too. We have a DTE energy gas, electricity. They charge you arm and leg. Yeah. Yeah. The like on the electric bill, say your electric bill is $200, about 120 of that is Encore charges to send you the electricity and to replenish the electricity that you used. Gas, but Encore is over the gas too. They do it. Yeah, mom says she's there. So that's that fourth person. What happened to his house? A tree fell on it. What was it? Mom was asking, Ray. Uh, last month? Been about a month, I guess. Hello, Brandon's mom. Oh, crap. So, probably getting thicker. Well, obviously, y'all are home. I don't know. If you hopefully, everything will smooth out and try to recover. That's what sucks. Is every time seems like every time somebody starts to be able to breathe a little bit, something happens. It's back to okay. Then it's back to being broke. We'll have that drawing in just a minute. We'll do it at 9:45. If anybody wants a salt and pepper shaker or a $15 gift card, just whichever. I'm 8 and now I'm getting tired and I can't get tired. I got to finish that cabinet. The thing's big. I was kind of beginning to wonder if they sent two different cabinets because it was supposed to be a 36-inch cabinet. There was one about 6 foot tall. And I thought maybe they sent two different cabinets, but the one shorter box was just the shelves. They're using those $15 gift card as a business spent to promote your channel. No, I probably should be, I guess, but I haven't. Actually, you're the only one I think you're the only one that did the $15 gift card. But I guess technically you could do I should have been saving receipts from the post office, I guess. But, not much difference in the price of shipping versus that. Holy smokes. I wonder if I can. No, it won't let me. Have to do one at a time. Yeah, suppose just to send these gifts would count as business expense. You're promoting your channel. You have a show. It is legit. Yeah, I just hadn't really thought about doing that. I need a tax person. Take any deduction you can get. Yeah. And is that one looking down in the attic from the roof? Man, what knocked a chunk out of there? I should drive to the post office. Yeah, well, it's probably maybe a mile to the post office. So, but what I do is my mileage tracker that I use, doing Spark and everything else. I set that like if I'm going to town to do something, and like tonight, I went and bought those screws. Technically, that would be tax deductible, I guess. But wow, I don't know if y'all saw that. Mm. But yeah, those screws I went and bought, I guess that would be tax deductible too. I just didn't do it. But I do track my mileage when I'm going to town. Like I got a tent gazebo thing. I call it a tent, but I guess it's like a gazebo. Like that's what I put the roof on. Y'all know what. Anyway, I've got to go to town to do that one. So I'll track my mileage on that because I told them I'd do it in a wooded area, which would be the park in Wichita Falls. And there's no wooded area around here. Mesquites don't really count for much, and it's pretty. And I'll probably do it next week. I wouldn't have done it the review, but they're easy to set up. Other than the drive, it's an easy review, and you know you get $50 for it maybe. 'Cause I don't need one. I think I got one in this shed, and I got one over in Emily's shed, and I don't know. I don't. We don't need it. But I thought maybe the people at the flea market may need it or may wanna buy it. I don't know. I'm interested to see how many people walk over to, check out the electric wagon. I printed out a $300 price tag to get their attention. Probably nobody gonna buy it, but it's a good attention getter. So, you count your mileage when you drive to the park to do it. Yes, I will. Yes, I do that. Use mileage tracker. Oh, okay. Um, Salt and pepper shaker or a $15 gift card. I don't know who's here, who's not here, but let's get this done before I forget about it. Um, right, yeah, I do the round trip mileage. That wagon is, yeah, it's cool. You know, depending on your physical abilities and what you got to move around, if if you had to, if you was like, man, I don't know, because if you're doing yard work, you're not going to be carrying that, potting soil or whatnot every day. So I don't know if it would be justifiable to spend that much on an electric wagon. It'll hold 450 pounds. And granted, if you was going to put something small in there, you'd want to put a board button to go, over the metal frame to keep from tearing through that material. But yeah, it will haul. You need to haul. That's a fact. I put a seat in it and ride around. I wanted to do that for the review, but I'm afraid I'd screw it up. And I'm afraid if I do it now just to see it, tear it up, and I would be out whatever I can get for it. But right now it's an attention getter. I think people's gonna walk over there and they're gonna say, "What? A wagon for 300? We gotta go check this out. Come on." That's what I'm hoping for. We'll see how that comes out. Anyway, uh, how do I do this? Let's see. No, share screen, share window. There it is. There we go. Yeah, 450 pounds. The tires are what were I measured them 4 inches wide and I think 7 inches around. I can't remember now, but I went ahead and charged the well, I put it back in it now, but I charged the battery 100%. That way, as if somebody buys it, they can use it all day. It's supposed to last quite a bit. But if you was older or something like that and wanted to buy stuff and couldn't carry it, and you didn't have you you didn't want to pull a wagon, that would be perfect. Hello, Mr. Tim. Boy, you're just in time. I got a a salt and pepper electric shaker grinder. Not a shaker, I guess. It's just a grinder, I guess, or a $15 gift card. There you go. You made it just in time. If you were older, you wouldn't spend that much. Yeah, that's true. I think it's just, I don't know. I had been asking for it when I was going through, who was it? One of my agencies, they had it. That's who I did the cooler for originally, and a couple other coolers. And every time I asked for the wagon, oh, and we don't, it's not in stock. But now working directly with the company, then they had it. Been here listening for a few. Oh, okay. So anyway, let's just use the word wagon, little w, like that. So y'all type wagon in the chat, and we will start collecting comments. I'm in bed on my tablet. Well, good place to be. Well, I don't know what the weather is where you're at. But I got to finish putting together a metal cabinet. You'd like this cabinet, Tim. You could use it. It's going to be a pretty heavy duty one. I don't know the exact measurements on it because technically it was supposed to be a 36-inch cabinet. So I'm not real sure which cabinet they sent me. It wasn't the one they were supposed to send me. Who knows that? Rainy. Yeah, Ray said it's foggy over there where they live. So if anybody wants to win a salt and pepper shaker or a $15 gift card, type the word wagon. WAGON. What's that? Whiskey Alpha Golf Oscar November. Or we just won't have a drawing at all if nobody wants to. I don't know. Okay. There's an entry. I don't know if I'm going to, since you're the only one, 3 entries? Did I miss? How does it have 3 entries? Nobody. Oh, because everybody was typing wagon up there in the chat. So it picked that up. No, Jim, I actually don't see where you wrote wagon at all. No, I'm not seeing. Let me go to the. No, I'm looking. There's YouTube over there. I don't know. No wagon. Mm, I just typed it again. That's weird. You see what I'm seeing right there, Tim? I wonder why it's not showing up. Okay, I've typed it from my phone and my tablet multiple times. That's weird. Huh. 'Cause everything else is coming through. Pick a different word, Grandpa. Okay. All right, we'll pick a different word. Back. Um, here, March. Type March. Little M. That would be a good keyword, wouldn't it? Or a good word to use every month. Is the month of the year. Okay. Everybody type March. Yep. See, March showed up. National. Are you on the other one for Miss Wendy? She might want that salt and pepper shaker. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, it showed up when you typed it. You're up there. It's weird that wagon wasn't showing up the other day. I don't know. Yeah, go ahead and put one in for Miss Wendy. 'Cause I don't know. Yeah, I get. Well, I could type it in, couldn't I? Yeah, I wonder if it'll. Well, I guess it'll let me do it. That'll be. There we go. Watch me win it. I would say I could put it in there for my mom, but she already has some. She got some at Christmas. 'Cause I was gonna give these to her, but she is gonna get the salt and pepper that, uh, that I had to buy to use it. And by the way, if y'all win it, if you didn't hear me earlier, it does look used because I didn't think I figured the salt and pepper would come out of it easy, but you can tell there was salt and pepper in it. But it was just for the review. It wasn't, like, used. Okay, anyway, here we go. You ready? Set, draw. Oh, it did put me in there. National Humble. Good deal. Now, do y'all need the salt and pepper shaker? They're electric, by the way, rechargeable. Probably saw you might have saw the review on it, I don't know. Yep, good job. Hello, life with Bordeco, Bor yeah. Howdy. Anyway, congratulations, Ray. I'll take the gift card if that's okay. Good. That'll work. That's actually easier for me because now I don't have to go to the post office. And I can get that sent to you here in a few moments. Laugh with. Anyway, I almost opened my email up right there. That would have been stop sharing. There we go. And I remembered to turn on the little laser light thing tonight. Yeah, I tried to say it, but it's barcode 18. Barcode. I can say barcode. Hmm, I turn into a pumpkin at 10. I have to be up at 5. Ooh. Tim, let me have you ever done I don't know if you've ever done have you ever done Amazon? I went with Emily the other night twice, and that was horrible. I am so glad I didn't get on there. I mean, they sent me another I couldn't get on the first time because it kept wanting me to scan my driver's license, and it wouldn't work on my phone. I don't know. And then I guess it kicked me out. I re-signed up, and now they sent me an email to sign up, but I ain't doing it. There ain't no way I'm doing Amazon. I want merch. Oh, I haven't done an Amazon Flex in a while. Yeah. Yeah, it sent us about 60 miles. I think it was 140 miles total for $72. You never know where you're going, how far you're going, and how many packages you're delivering. Yeah, exactly. And they didn't tell her, but when the second night we found out, you got all the boxes, but then they have the stuff in the big totes. One guy came over and told her that you can scan one pack on top of that one tote, and that'll scan all the contents of that tote in. We made the first time. But yeah, it was a long night, sent us out in the middle of nowhere, dark, gravel road, about 6 or 7 miles down a gravel road with a house here. We do the drawings generally once a month, you know, uh, first Wednesday of the month for the foreseeable future. I don't know if we'll keep doing it or not. I've done Amazon Flex, and you are 150 miles for about $75. Right? Yeah, it was $72. It's crazy. I mean, the first night wasn't too bad. I mean, it was still quite a bit, but you know, I think we got done in about 3.5. It was a 5 o'clock and a 9. We finished by about 8:15, and we stayed within 25 miles of Wichita Falls. But that second one, that was a long ways off. What that there was somebody in I don't know if about the size of a Beretta. I don't remember. I don't know what kind of car it was. A little two-door car. And, I was looking at stuff in the back of her Rogue, and I thought, there is no way that person could have put that in their car. They'd have had it in the trunk, the back seat, the front seats, if they could have got it all in there. But time-wise, for the time that it takes, oh man, yeah, there's no way I could do it like Armada. no way. The only thing, if I ever got a flatbed trailer, I could do those. Used to, I think it was Rody. Was either Rody or Spark. I can't remember. But early in the morning, they would have track or uh, Home Depot. They would have early morning Home Depot runs. But it had to be Rody because I remember it said that needed a truck or a flatbed trailer. That might be worth it if it paid good, but doing all them little stuff ain't wouldn't be worth it at all. I would probably lose money, not to mention miles on the vehicle. The cargo van, every block I did on Amazon could have fit in a pretty really. Well, that load that we had that second time, it filled up her entire. We had to back, you know, Rogue is. It had the back seats laid down. And it filled up all the way. There's someone around here that delivers Amazon packages from a Dodge Challenger. I've seen that thing from Amazon places. Yeah, there's no way I would do it. And I was on a I was on Facebook last night, and somebody making comments about Spark, and I guess it's true because Emily did Spark tonight, and I said, "Was all your orders shopping orders?" Because this lady had made a comment that uh, Spark drivers no longer are the pickers. The employee, they said the Walmart employees no longer shop the orders for Spark drivers, which means the pickers no longer shop gather the curbside. So apparently, Spark no longer does curbside pickup. Apparently, they just strictly 100% shopping orders. Emily said that all her orders, and from what she remembered, all shopping orders. So I guess there's no more curbside for Spark drivers. I don't know. I haven't done it in a while. I didn't argue with the lady. I just said it. Let's just change. That's crazy. But I like shopping more anyway. But I know when I turned the app on yesterday, or no, day before yesterday, it was just order after order after order, and mainly in the main stores, there were stuff falls. But I guess they were short drivers. And I'm thinking, surely these drivers haven't quit to go to do Amazon Flex because they just opened it up for a lot of people. Uh, they did. They'll be back to doing Spark before long. I ordered from Home Depot last week. They didn't read the instruction. I left them a tip in the envelope, and they didn't put the stuff where I asked. I guess they didn't see the comments. Well, okay, all I got to get working on getting to sleep. All right, man. Thanks for dropping by. And probably if you get a chance, I'll probably be here tomorrow night. Well, I don't know. We're supposed to go have a birthday dinner, but it should be back in time. Anyway, yeah, it's 10:08. I gotta go finish that doing that shelf. I'm hoping those self-tapping screws work, and hopefully everything else lines up right. I was really wanting to I would have liked to have kept it, but I need to sell it. Need the money, and I'm not delivering it, though. Even if I can get it in my vehicle, I don't think I want to deliver it. Somebody's gonna have to have a pickup or a trailer. I guess I'll sign up. Good night, pork chop. I think it's about that time. So anyway, I'm off, and anyway, appreciate y'all coming by, and I hope everything comes together for you. I know it's tough. Keep the faith and hang in there, and it'll get better. And I'll get that sent here. I know I got your email. I think you can send it with text messages too. Oh, I never thought about it being a problem either. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but you made the right decision, Mom. Anyway, it's just not fitting together right. Anyway, I'm out and I will see y'all in the next one. Where do I end? Oh, there it is. There we go. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We can try whenever you have time. Anyway, I'm gonna get it done right now though before I forget. So, anyway, I will see y'all hopefully tomorrow night. If not, next week. Anyway, appreciate y'all coming by. And y'all keep smiling. I will see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.